What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and I thank you for joining me today. I'm wearing my We Don't Stand shirt yet again, but this time I'm wearing it ironically because in this video, you saw the title, I'm talking about the YouTubers I consider my role models. In other words, the YouTubers I do stan. But the difference between me and other stans is that I stan responsibly. If any of these people were to slip up and have a faux pas, if they were to do something I didn't agree with, I would call them out on it. As one of the people on this list says, you can support someone and not agree with everything that they do. With that being said, let's get into my YouTube role models. The first one, if you've been following this channel for a little bit, you should know my biggest beauty YouTube inspiration is the one, the only, Makeup Shayla. The first beauty YouTuber that I started following religiously was Jackie Aina, and then I started looking for more black beauty YouTubers and I found Shayla. I binged watched her entire channel, fell in love nearly immediately. I think the video that made her connect with me was her makeup journey video. Everything that she's gone through is what I'm going through now. So it really gives me inspiration to keep working towards my goals, not just with YouTube, but all around. Like she talked about, she could barely afford to live in LA. I can barely afford to live in New York City now because rents keep going up and pay is staying stagnant. She was talking about how her apartment was roach infested. It's New York, there are roaches. I haven't seen any because it's winter. Looking forward to not being here in the summer. She was talking about her grind, how she would go from job to job to job. And I feel like I have a lot of jobs, only one of which really brings me money, but I'm working on my craft, things like that. So it really made her relatable to me. I love the fact that she is away from the drama. I think when Dramageddon happened this past summer and everybody was releasing their My Truth videos, she was doing a get ready with me. And she was like, do people want me to talk about this? She essentially said, just drink your water and mind your business. She's like, a lot of people are acting really unprofessional, and my take on it is really just mind your business and stay in your lane. I really admired that. I enjoy her Instagram stories. I watch those religiously. Like that's one of the main reasons I go on Instagram now. Is like, did Shayla post a story? Did Shayla post a story? She works out. She does Insta stories about her workouts. She's fitness inspiration for me. I thought about doing keto because of her, but I talked to my own doctor, and just with my own biology, keto wouldn't be the best for me. But I appreciate that she's talking about it. She's like, hey, this is what's working for me. Here's information because you all asked for it, but consult with your own doctor, make your own healthiest decisions. I met her in September. The thing that really stood out to me was because I had tweeted about being on the subway, drinking an iced coffee, going to the meet and greet. And she saw me when I went to take my picture, and she was like, I saw your picture. I was like, what? She's like, you tweeted about the iced coffee? I fangirled so hard. I was like, oh, she saw my tweet. I know I'm older than Shayla. But the fact that she remembered that, mentioned that, and then when I told her that I had just started my beauty YouTube channel, and she had told Les, this is all in my video. I kind of vlogged the day as it took place. So it's on my channel. But when I was walking away after taking a picture with her, she had told Les that she and I should take a picture so that she could tag me in her Insta story. I was like, she didn't have to do that. Oh, and that just meant the world to me. Just the fact that she was like, it's kind of like what a lot of people tell those who have made it. It's like, while you're climbing, remember to reach back. That's what it felt like. Because there were a lot of people who saw my Instagram that had come over from her post. So that meant a lot to me. That also told me that one, I'm on the right path, and two, that when I'm in that position, it's my duty to do the same. When she posted that she had bought a house, I was super inspired. Kevin James Bennett tweeted about what is the entertainment in seeing all of these influencers flaunt their wealth. And I had said in response that it's a fine line to walk. It can be inspirational for people who are getting into this business, the business of being an influencer, or just even being in the business of beauty, period. You know, if you work hard, you drink water and mind your business, and stay focused, you can achieve whatever your goals are. I would love to be a homeowner. And seeing her, a young Black woman who has been doing what she loves, getting paid to do what she loves, and being able to achieve that goal of being a homeowner, only says to me it's possible for me too. So I thank Shayla for showing us that, and also being like, because she said it in videos where she's like, I'm not comfortable showing you guys. I don't show you guys my bags. I don't show you guys my car. You know, I show you certain parts of my house, but she's not constantly shoving it in our faces. She's not flossing, as the kids say. And flossing isn't something that I necessarily care about. Like, I watched Jaclyn Hill's closet tour and I didn't feel any kind of way about it, but I know other people have different feelings about that. But I appreciate that Shayla keeps that balance. It's like just enough and then keeping some things to herself. So I really admire that. Let's move on to somebody else because I feel like I've been talking about Shayla for 10 minutes. The next person is Hannah, aka Smoky Glow. She is 13 years younger than me. I just figured that out because I think she mentioned her age in one of her Glowmas videos. I've been following her for, I want to say, 5 months, just about. And thrilled to learn that she's in upstate New York. I actually tweeted at her after she had come to the city. I was like, next time you're in New York City, let's get together. Because I admire her so much. She's so focused. She's doing a lot, you know, she's in school, still manages to put up content. She's managed to put up content every day this month. She was posting 3 videos, I think, a week when I started watching her, and then she jumped to 5 videos a week. And to be doing all of that and going to school and still make engaging content, you're doing your damn thing, girl. I love her so much. A lot of the things that she says in her videos, I agree with. A lot of the reviews on products, I enjoy. The funny thing is, I think there's only maybe 1 or 2 products that she's reviewed where she said she didn't like it. I think it was the ColourPop liquid foundation, and she said she didn't like it. I was like, oh my heart, we were on the same page for so long, Hannah. But I love her personality. She has a perfect personality, I feel, for YouTube, where she's straightforward, she's so bubbly, and she's very engaging. She's interesting to watch. Even those videos where she's not doing a get ready with me, where she's just sitting down, like where she's like, here are my suggestions for what to buy during the Ulta 20% off sale. Here's my Christmas wish list, and she's just talking, and it's like you're sitting there talking to a friend. I know a lot of people love that dynamic, but it's like I just have her videos on when I'm doing my makeup because it feels like a friend's talking to me while I'm getting ready for my job from hell. But I really appreciate her content. I love that she'll give her thoughts on cosmetics, and then she'll also dive into the things that are going on in YouTube. Like, she made a video about Charles Gross, who's not even really a beauty influencer, but she felt so strongly about it that she put up a video about it. And that's kind of where I've taken my cue, where I felt really strongly about an issue, you know, where Jackie Aina talked about getting a Black doctor. I was like, I have to speak on this. And that's why the title of the video is On This I Have to Speak. But Hannah inspired the way that I approached that video, because she doesn't hold back. She's pragmatic in the way that she says, she tries to look at things from both sides. She still expresses herself, even though you know she feels very passionately about something. She's not there to tear somebody down. And I honestly think that given that that is already in her, she'll make a fantastic social worker. So I'm rooting for you, Hannah. I actually appreciate that she is giving her all, giving as much as she can to YouTube, and this is just a hobby for her. Being a YouTuber full-time is not her end goal, but yet she's still pushing herself to do her best, to give her best, to make content that she's proud of and that is entertaining to her audience. And for that, I can only applaud. Karen Joy, who now goes by K-Swizz. I found Karen when she was doing more drama videos. I think it was around the time where John Cookian's dramas were really starting to kick off, so her videos would show up in my recommended. Now she's more just about the artistry. She'll still talk about some things from time to time, more so on Twitter, but she is actually a huge cheerleader of the people who follow her. I remember I tweeted about wanting to do a cut crease, and I was like, I want to perfect my cut crease skills, and she was like, you can, girl, keep going, just keep practicing. And I was like, Karen says I can do it, I feel so good about it now. You know, and she'll comment on your pictures. She's always there in your corner. And this woman beat stage 4 cancer. Like, she was doing videos after she was diagnosed, and she shaved her head, and she did vlogs where she was going through her chemo treatments, taking everybody on the journey with her. And the fact that she has emerged triumphant, she's in remission, you see her beautiful curly hair coming back, and she is rising like a phoenix. Her makeup artistry and skills are on a whole nother level. Like, go to her Instagram. You will be inspired and awed. Like, around Halloween, she did a look where she was Venom. Slayed! Whoo! She snatched this wig right off my head. Like, she inspires me to continue to improving on my makeup application, but she doesn't make me feel like I have to be out here drawing octopuses on myself. She's like, no, just focus on doing the best that you can do. You don't have to be like me. And I just love her. She's so warm. She's so funny. I feel like if she and I met and hung out, we would probably be best friends within 30 minutes. Because her vibe and my vibe go so well together. That's the thing with a lot of the YouTubers on this list. Like, I feel like if I met them and just hung out with them, we would be cool. That could just be what I'm seeing from what they present themselves, but I interact with a lot of these people on Twitter, so I get that vibe. And people lie, but their energy doesn't. Remember that. These are the last beauty YouTubers, and I'm putting them together because they usually always go together. Desi Perkins and Katie. Desi and Katie. Put them together because they're always together. They're always in each other's Instagram stories. They always talk about each other. Their friendship is beautiful. I love them, love them, love them so much. They are actually more, I would consider them more lifestyle YouTubers, because yes, they do makeup tutorials and reviews and things like that, but they also show you other aspects of their lives, and not just through vlogs. Like, they will like, Katie's constantly showing updates of her home. You know, she's renovating her backyard. You know, fashion hauls, try-on hauls, sharing info about her dogs. She, like Shayla, is doing keto and giving updates on that. And, you know, her husband, John, in her videos. Like, I would actually like to see them do another Q&A. It's time for an update, Katie. She's not gonna see this video. But, I just love watching Katie. I'll talk about Katie first. I love seeing Katie on screen. Because she's just so chill, and it feels like the way she talks on camera is the way she would talk to you if you were sitting right in front of her. And as far as Desi not that Katie isn't, but Desi just strikes me as so refined and graceful and sophisticated, even though she cusses up a storm on her channel, especially in the videos with her brother. The thing that really drew me to her, I'd been following her for a while, but when she made the video discussing her struggles with infertility, I was like, you could tell that took a lot for her to do that. That not only took courage, but I could tell while I was watching that video that it really took her out of her comfort zone. And I do think it was an important video for her to make because, one, infertility and miscarriages and things like that are still, in 2018 going into 2019, still very hush-hush. And miscarriages are things that are more common than people believe. And I do feel that it is important to have those discussions so that other women don't feel so alone. I truly praise and thank her for having that courage to share that with her audience. It really just made me want to support her all the more. I'm giggling at this next one because if you follow me on Twitter or you're a friend of mine in real life, you know that this person is high on the list of the men that I lust after. I'm talking about one Bradley Martin. Now, I started following Bradley because I was a fan of the channel Bro Science I know his real name is Mike, but the character's name is Dom Mazzetti. Found his channel through the guy that I was dating at the time and started watching religiously. And then there were a few videos where he started featuring Brad, and then there was a video where they were hiking. I actually hiked that same trail that they were in this video. That just hit me. I was hiking the same trail that they were hiking in the first video where I started following Brad in LA, in Runyon Canyon. And my first thought, damn, he cute. Like, I love muscular dudes, and if you know who Bradley Martin is, he's swole. So I honestly started following his channel because they had done this video where they were hiking in Runyon Canyon in two parts. The first part was on Bro Science and the second part was on Bradley's channel. So watched that video, just decided to subscribe offhand, started following on Twitter the same day. And then he would post workout videos. I'm a lady who lifts. I love lifting weights. After I started subscribing to him, I noticed that he not only did weightlifting videos, but he started doing videos that were motivational, inspirational. Like I talked about in the video about my mother, he did that video where he was like, it will make you better. He made a video last year, it's like 2018 will be different. He made a video that I think the title was, I can't remember the title right now, but it was about expectations and how he was going to, I think it was the Fit Expo, and his Uber driver said something about keeping his expectations low, and he was like, why would you do that? And he was like, well, if you keep your expectations low, you'll never be disappointed. And he's like, no, that's no way to live. How can you be motivated to do your best if that's how you're living? And I actually just had that conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, that's a sad way to live, where it's like I don't expect anything good, I don't expect anything bad. Like, he's like, no, constantly set your expectations here, and even if you fall short of your expectations, you can know that you can keep going. And I love those videos because it shows a completely different side of him. And he and I have had interactions on Twitter, apart from just that one where he tweeted at me about my mom. You know, when Colin Kaepernick did his Nike campaign this year, Brad's phrase is "every day is arm day." So he did a parody of the Colin Kaepernick poster. And I tweeted at him, I was like, I'm so mad at you. And he tweeted back, LOL, I'm sorry. Like, this is how hard I stand him. When I went out to California the last time, I actually went to his gym, Zoo Culture. He wasn't there, but I was too much of a chicken shit to actually go in. My brain was not ready to meet him, and so I was actually happy that he wasn't there, because I know my friends, my best friend and my roomie to be. If I had been there and Brad had been there, they would have marched Brad out to the car where I was waiting, and I don't know if I would have had control of my bodily functions. Like, I was not in the right headspace. I probably would have giggled like a schoolgirl, wouldn't have been able to form a coherent sentence. And I'm older than Brad by I think 7 years. And I just would have fangirled to the point of stumbling over my words and sounding like an idiot. So I'm actually glad that I didn't meet him. But I do believe, because my boys, the ones I'm moving in with, they're very interested in joining his gym. So there's a good chance that the three of us will be at Zoo Culture working out together in 2019. So we will see. I will keep you posted. But I love Brad because I hear stories about him going to like the Arnold Classic, going to Olympia, going to the Fit Expo, having his booth set up and standing for hours so that everybody that was in line to meet him gets a chance to meet him. Like, there are people who are like, I've gone to comic book conventions, and the people are like, I'm only at my booth from this hour until this hour, and after that I'm done, I'm going home. And he'll retweet these stories where people are like, I stood in the line for 3 hours, and Brad was sitting there making sure everybody got their picture, everybody got a hug, everybody got a chance to tell them his story. That's why this man is my hero. And I'm like, I love that. I think after one event that he had gone to, the next day, actually the video that I was talking about, where he was talking about expectations, his voice, he had lost his voice because he was there the whole day talking to every single person that had come to meet him. I love that. I love hearing stories about the people that I admire being good people. And because he knows, and he says it frequently, he's like, I wouldn't be where I am without you all. So it's my duty to make sure that I am there for you. Love you, Brad. The next person is the queen of YouTube, one Jenna Marbles. Now, I actually cut this out of a video that I did yesterday, but I will tell the story here. I was a religious watcher of Jenna Marbles. Every Wednesday/Thursday, as she says in her later videos, where she posted a video, I was right there. It was the first video that I watched on YouTube that day. I wouldn't watch anything else until Jenna posted. And somewhere, I think around 2014, 2015 maybe, I stopped watching. I don't know if it was just because I had gotten into other YouTubers, I don't know. But this past week, last week actually, I decided to binge watch her entire channel. It took me 7 days. I started on one Monday and didn't finish until halfway through Christmas Eve. This woman built an empire on filming one video a week. And she's branched out, like she and Julian, her boyfriend, have their Twitch stream, they have their podcast channel, Julian has his own channel. I believe she has a vlog channel, but she hasn't posted on it in a while. I love the fact that she's who she is. I tweeted this a couple days ago where I was like, the thing that's really inspiring about Jenna is that she shows that you can be successful just being your own wonderful, silly self. By just sharing yourself and your sense of humor and who you are with the world, you can achieve greatness, whatever that means to you. And also because of what I went through earlier this year, and watching her relationship with Julian. It's like she met the love of her life, who is now her partner in crime, after her other boyfriend, who was prominent on her channel for a time, cheated on her. So that gives me hope, because I'm like, is mine coming around the corner? Because, you know, I love watching them. Like, I was watching compilation videos of Jenna and Julian, you know, like I think there was one that they put in a video where they were watching compilation videos about Jenna, where it's like Jenna and Julian, what are soulmates? And I started crying. I'm like, but I love that. I love that she's like, I just need to make a human video today. I can't really be funny. So you're getting a video of me feeding my dogs peanut butter for 3 minutes. My favorite video of hers is one from I think 5 years ago, Boyfriend's video. It's a music video. I love it. But another one of my more recent favorites, now that I've seen it, I've watched it every day since the first day I saw it, was her becoming a green screen. And she's like, hi, welcome to me time. She's like, I'm just going to do videos that I want to see exist on the internet. I'm doing this to make myself laugh. And if you want to laugh along with it, come along for the ride. If you don't find it funny, that's okay too. I love that attitude. I wish more YouTubers had that attitude, because I know on this platform it's so, you know, content, and I've heard other YouTubers talk about they're not putting out content that they're proud of. But and she thanks our audience. She's like, thank you for letting me make this video. And I looked at the views. All of her videos are in the millions of views. So, and she's been on YouTube for nearly a decade. So that inspires me to keep going. You know, not that I really care about getting millions and millions of views, but that's impressive. And I'm not gonna lie, that is really impressive. The fact that nearly every video that you've posted is in the millions of views. Even the last one you posted for 2018, where you just gave your dogs a bath, is in the millions of views. That speaks to how she connects to her audience. And I know a lot of people admire her for never doing a sponsored video, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But she mentions in the video where she talks about where she bought a house, and she's showing her empty house, where she's like, we've done everything we can to stay as independent as possible. That's inspiring as hell to me. My favorite quote about Jenna, and I'll close out my thoughts on her with this. In a video, the title is questions number 5. She was just doing a Q&A because she was getting ready to fly out somewhere the next day, and that's all she could think to do. She was talking about being open to several possibilities in your life. She's a big proponent of don't be so rigid in the plans for your life. Like, there's nothing wrong with having a plan, but also be open to all of the possibilities around you. And the one thing she said that stuck with me from the day I saw that video to now is, life is all about choices. You have to plant your seeds, water all of them, and see which ones grow. That's the energy I'm bringing into 2019. The last YouTuber I want to talk about is actually the creator of this merch, Julia, aka Ready to Glare. So very thoughtful, so very insightful. I love the snark. I'm here for the snark. I'm here for just the way that she presents her ideas. She has a whole series on her channel called Blood Boiling News. She has a series where she does deep dives into Tumblr and different Tumblr groups. I'm always fascinated when I watch her. I don't know if she knows it, but she's extremely charismatic. I actually tweeted this at her, and I was so excited about it, I told people in my actual life about it. I was like, I talk about my moving to California very frequently here and on Twitter. And I know she lives in Southern California. And I tweeted at her, I was like, is it weird that I low-key hope we meet when I move to California next year? And she was like, no, I would love to. And I'm like, Can you imagine me sitting down with her, drinking some Prosecco, and shooting the shit? Like, that's a great afternoon for me. In my head, that'll be a fantastic afternoon. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Once I'm settled, expect a tweet. But she's another person who is just herself and is expressing her thoughts in such a way. It's no bullshit. She doesn't sugarcoat anything, and she's just a straight shooter, and I really appreciate that aspect of her. She does varied content. You know, some of her videos are more lighthearted, and then other videos, like I said, the blood boiling news, where she dives into very serious topics. And then she does wig reviews, and then she's talked about makeup on her channel, but she never comes across as fake. It's like, this is just me. You can take it or leave it. And I'm a big fan of people who tend to give zero fucks. Is that true? Don't know, but that's the way she comes off to me, and that's something that I admire about her very much. So there you have it. That is my list of my YouTube role models. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if I forget to when this video is posted, comment below and I will link the channels of everyone listed here. Before I go, let me say one thing. I hope everybody has creators that they admire and that they are across different genres of YouTube. I am a fan of well-rounded people. I am also a fan of listening to people who are different from myself, who come from different backgrounds, who, like I said, most of these people on this list are younger than me, but we're experiencing the same things. Like I said, there are people who on this list who I don't always agree with, but I'm still a fan of what they create and what they put out into the world. I'm a fan of listening to different perspectives, and we should all be so open. I'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you for joining me. There are a million creators you could watch today. If you're here, I humbly thank you for coming to slay. Take care, guys.